So welcome to the Cannabis Conference and Expo here at the Park Casino in Vancouver, all presented by MNP, and welcome to Cannabis Meets Healthcare. My name is Shane Christopher Neal. I'm a speaker facilitator here at the Cannabis Conference. What does that mean to you? Absolutely nothing, really. But there will be hosts in the rooms for the next couple of days, and I'll be hosting some myself, so I will see you periodically if you're here for a couple of days. We'll get things started with Mr. Kevin Hall, so I'll give you a little bit of a background on Kevin. As soon as I put my glasses on, I realize at 50 I'm getting old. Kevin Hall has over a combined 2 decades experience in healthcare and cannabinoids and a background in business finance. He's a regular guest on TV, radio, internet, and regularly quoted in magazine and blog articles. He is the CEO of International Cannabis Solutions and an internationally recognized educator in healthcare and cannabinoids. He is also the founder and executive director of Chronic Pain Toronto. Please welcome Kevin Hall.
Thank you. And thank everyone for coming. This is really great to have everyone here. I'm just going to touch on why we're all here today and why International Cannabis Solutions mandate is furthering science and education to mitigate risk and also to further positive outcomes of any prohibition for cannabis. So in a nutshell, our mission statement, in a way, not in that exact word set, but that is our mission, and that's why we put this on, and it's gaining some traction. We hope to do as many of these as possible, and then maybe even next year do a scientific conference of some sort. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the pain epidemic going on in the world today. By 2025, they expect 25% of the population to be suffering from chronic pain. Now, why do I mention chronic pain? Well, if you've got GPs and specialists with 16 clinical hours in pain management, and such a large part of the population suffering, and then not just them suffering, the whole family unit suffering, the caretakers suffering. So if you, and by the way, I don't know if anyone knew this, but veterinarians actually have 77 hours in pain management. So, and I hate to say this, it's the cliches I hear me say it so often, but your animals, your dogs, your pets are getting better pain care than we are as humans when we go to the physician. That's a sad state of affairs. So how do we cure that problem? Well, the best way to do it is by evidence-based education. Now, what do I mean by that? So when I ask people to speak, there's a couple kind of mandates. I need an abstract, I want learning objectives, the full ball of wax that you would have if you had to send it in to get accredited. And unfortunately this isn't accredited today, but future ones will be. It's just been a struggle because the family college physician wants you to do one, and then university sometimes will spot you for one day, and it's just complex and it's not as easy as you would think to get it done. But I digress. So lack of tools to treat has also caused what I believe to be the opioid crisis. Because here you have people prescribing, taking people's other lives in their own hands with very limited knowledge about pharma. And the cross-pharma, like the benzos and the opioids, and I think there was 2,800 overdose-related deaths in 2017 in Canada. An all-time record. And one of the reasons why we focused a little bit more with 2 presenters today on the opioid crisis, because BC seems to be hit the hardest, not like the rest of the country's not suffering, but we felt that we'd have a retired judge to give a kind of judicial overview on her experience and what she's seen in the courts and how that's all worked. And that really breaks down to economic impacts on families and our society. And it go on and on forever. I'm a patient, so very passionate, obviously. Another big takeaway that I see more and more is that the patients, surprisingly, can be the experts of what's going on. Now, I'm not talking about internet doctoring, being a hypochondriac. I'm talking about actually working with their family and their loved ones, because the mood disorder hits in with addiction, the mood disorder hits in with pain management, and then the whole head, gut, and the spine under control. So patients and their families need to be listened to more, I guess is the moral of my story. And I'm happy to say in 2018, the CPSO, the governing body, except for Quebec, that mandates physicians and nurses, said there's a patient bill of rights, and you have the right to have a physician with the tools to treat. And if they don't have the tools to treat, you have to refer them. Now, there was a time, and I went through this, where you would get kicked to the curb because they would say, oh, patient-physician breakdown, because you became too high maintenance, or you were trying to advocate too much and they didn't want to hear you. Now, that is not the case anymore. So we need to get more people in. We need to get pharmacists. Pharmacists are the best. Is always there, always listening here. So we have to reach out for that support group within the community as well. And I'm really big on treatment programs. I know we're here to talk about cannabis and healthcare, but I think it's really important that there's no cure for a lot of diseases that cannabis seems to be helping, but it is a tool in the toolbox. It doesn't need to be last. It can be a first option. It's less risk than pharma and surgery, but you have to go through the motions. So yeah, I'll just close with that reinforcement of that the patients can sometimes add as much or more value than some of the expertise of the physician, because they're going through it every day, and they've got family members validating them and getting their support. So it's just really important to make sure that patients are part of that process of the treatment plan and working with the physicians and working with the family. So it's really important. Anyways, that's all I have, other than thank you all again for coming. And we have an amazing lineup, and I look long and hard to find subject matter experts, try to fly them in, because I want this to be quality. I want this to be a high academia, Ivy League kind of presentation. So I hope that we can fulfill your expectations and my expectation of today, and please enjoy your day.